Avisala. Good evening everyone. This is Emmanuel and for today's video, we will discuss our topic about managing inventories in supply chain. Pew pew! Babasahin ko po muna yung mga topic na na-search ko or na-google ko and then later on, i-explain ko na po siya. Inventory management controls all stock within a company. Supply chain management manages the process from supplier to delivering the product to the customers. Warehouse management is a part of inventory control and focuses on stock in a specific warehouse locations. Inventory management, dito sa inventory management, kaya niyang kontrolin o patakbuhin yung pag-manage sa isang businesses or sa isang kumpanya. Siya yung namamahala sa lahat. As in siya. Wala nang iba. As in siya yung buong namamahala sa buong kumpanya. Siyempre, siya rin yung nagmamanage sa mga stock supply hanggang sa ito ay i-process mula sa kanyang mga supplier. Of course, hanggang sa paghahatid na rin ng mga products sa iyong mga customer. Inventory management, dito sa inventory management po, kaya po niyang kontrolin or patakbuhin yung pag-manage sa isang businesses or sa isang kumpanya. Siya yung namamahala sa lahat, as in sa buong kumpanya. Yes. Siyempre, siya rin yung nag-manage sa mga stock supply chain. Hanggang sa ito ay i-process mula sa kanyang mga supplier, of course, hanggang sa paghahatid na rin ng mga products sa mga customer services niya. Pagkatapos nun, siyempre, warehouse management is a part of inventory control and focuses on stock in a specific location. Pew pew! Share ko lang yung na-search ko sa Google, yung about i-discuss ko for today's topic. Importance of inventory management in global supply chain management. Babasahin ko po muna tapos mamaya explain ko ulit kung ganun. Importance of inventory management in global supply chain management. Nakapaloob po dito yung mga katanungan na what is inventory management? Una na po yun. Pangalawa is why is inventory management critical? Kasama rin po dyan yun. Yung pangatlo naman is sale and operations planning. Processes for inventory management. Syempre, kasama rin dito sa tanong yung point of sale data for inventory management. Makikita nyo po dito, yan, sa screen. And 1-year MBA in Global Supply Chain Management. Pero lahat ng ito nasa isang word lang na, as what I said kanina, na it is the sustained key to success. The word success po, mga kababayan. Success. Yes, success. Pew pew!
Flow of inventory in a supply chain management. In this part, you can see that this picture will show you the flow of inventory in a supply chain. So it starts from the supplier and the raw materials or components, then it comes in transit to the manufacturing or the fabricator. It's still a raw materials or in the work in process or finished goods. So this inventory is changing its place or its shape. So after manufacture, it will go to the distribution centers where they are in bulk packed goods, parts, and the finished goods. So these are become like finished goods and then off in retail to become packaged goods according to the requirements of retailers and has become the finished goods. So with this, you can see that the inventory at different levels of the supply chain. Next is the Inventory and supply chain management. As we know, inventories are materials and supplies in a supply chain either for sale or to provide inputs or supplies to the product processes. So it could be changing into finished products or using in the other products. Next is all business require inventories to satisfy the customers and run the business successfully. So objective of keeping the inventory is to satisfy our customers and to run the business smoothly and successfully. Often inventory values are a substantial part of total assets. And inventories are very important because they are the major part of major assets of any business. Financially, on the balance sheet, inventories can form a major part of total assets, like I said earlier. And as inventories are used, their value is converted into cash, improving cash and return or investment. So better management of inventory is what is improving our cash flow. Next is there is also a cost of carrying inventories, which increases operating costs and decreases profits. These are the few of the things that we have to look when we are managing inventory. Into a sale in a supply chain management because it is better management or worse management hurt our bottom line. Next is if product is lost, expires, or become unusable, overall company profitability and good inventory management is essential to an efficient and responsive supply chain. So this last thing is the essence of inventory role and inventory management in a supply chain management. That good inventory management is very, very essential and very important and very vital for a responsive and efficient supply chain. That's all. Thank you.
The role of inventory in supply chain management. Inventory management is the products or materials a company sells to its customers in order to make profit. As part of the supply chain, inventory management includes several different aspects such as controlling and overseeing purchase from suppliers and customers, maintaining the storage of stock, controlling the amount of products or sale, and order fulfillment. What is inventory management? Inventory management refers to the process of ordering, storing, using, and selling a company's inventory. This includes the management of raw materials, components, and finished products, as well as warehousing and processing of such items. Inventory is the stock of goods held for doing businesses. It can be any company's most valuable asset. It is It is critical for each company to manage its inventory effectively with no excess stock stored and meeting the client requirements. Inventory management is primarily specifying the placement of stock goods. The main objective of inventory management in global supply chain management is to keep its products safe. Why is inventory management important? Inventory management is important to small businesses because it helps them prevent stockouts, manage multiple locations, and ensure accurate record keeping. An inventory solution makes this process easier than trying to do them all manually. To see the three core steps of inventory management. First is purchasing inventory. These are raw materials or components are bought and delivered to the warehouses. Next is storing inventory. Inventory is stored until needed. Raw materials are moved to production facilities to be made into finished goods and returned to stocks areas until ready for shipment. Profiting from inventory. The amount of product for sale is controlled. Finished goods are pulled to fulfill orders. Products are shipped to the customers. What is supply chain management? Supply chain management is the handling of the entire production flow of goods or service, starting from the raw components all the way to the delivering and delivering the final product to the customer. For example, in the customer's goods space, This likely spans raw materials, production, packaging, shipping, warehousing, delivery, and retailing. The end goal is simple: meet the customer's request. Why inventory is such an important metric for supply chain management? Inventory can be a vital part of managing supply chains. Because of this, the status of a firm's inventory is often used as litmus test for the overall health of its supply chain management processes and decision making. For example, consider the firm that has excessive excessive amounts of inventory in the form of safety stock. Such high safety stock is indeed a problem in and of itself because the cost of holding this inventory and the opportunity cost of having working capital up tied up in assets that aren't being converted to sales. The larger issue here, however, is that this safety stock situation is likely a symptom of some sort of ineffective supply chain management decision making. Perhaps demand forecasting is constantly and significantly inaccurate. Maybe supplier lead maybe supplier lead times are unnecessarily long. Perhaps firms' operations are laden with bottlenecks and inefficient inventory handling, or maybe transportation carriers are not providing quality service in the form of delivering inventory damage free on in time. These are but few examples of supply chain management ineffectiveness that are often manifest in the form of either extensive level of stagnant inventory or consistent out of stocks. Hence, inventory is important supply chain measurement tool because it is likely one of the first signs that some root cause is causing supply chain inefficiencies. That's all. Thank you.